If you seek treatment late, if you're in ICU, 50% of you all will die. So please take care of yourself and take care of people surrounding you. We need to survive this pandemic alive. That is the most important message, I think.
The Sungai Buloh Hospital has been designated as the hospital to handle COVID-19 patients when the pandemic first hit our country in the March of 2020. As the Consultant Intensivist at the hospital, Dr. Lee Chew Kiok has been treating severe COVID-19 patients in the Intensive Care Unit or ICU.
The day is a busy day. I was in the meeting. I get a call from my ID physician. Yeah, he called me up and tell me that, oh, this patient is not doing very well. Yeah, CK, can you come and see the patient? So immediately I left the meeting and I ran up to the ward. The patient told me, I can't breathe, doctor. I really can't breathe. I already stayed in this room for more than 10 days. And I'm so scared now. Can you please don't leave me alone here? Can you please help me? This is the word that he tell me. So I feel so sad, you know. It's so sad that COVID patients have to be in the room alone all the time. So I told him that, yeah, I won't leave you, I will help you.
This was the first patient in the Sungai Buloh Hospital who needed intubation. It was also the first time Dr. Lee needed to wear a powered air-purifying respirator while carrying out intubation for a patient.
Intubation process is a very dangerous process because it's a very aerosol generating. It's produced a lot of like particles, you know, spread in the air. Then the virus will float around in the air, no? For a period of time. We have to go very near to the patient, open their patient mouth, and then put a special device to actually open the mouth and put in the tube. So we have to prepare. So I come out from the room. I went to have a short meeting with my nurses to set up our preparation. We set up the equipment. We set up the things that we needed. And then that time, I'm very busy and I got no time to learn the PAPR. So I still remember I have to look at the video and learn how to wear the PAPR. The whole procedure, it takes about, I think the intubation process until the sedation is starting up, patient stable and everything, it takes about 2 to 3 hours because it's our first patient. But of course, this thing improved. Now, the whole process takes about half an hour for us already.
In the ICU, patients are monitored very closely. Nurses conduct hourly checks and inform doctors if they find any abnormalities. For this patient, there were signs of kidney failure.
So this patient is a bit tricky because he is the first patient. So I remember one of the night I have to go back in the middle of the night to scan the heart because the kidney is worsening. So the whole night I have to stay in the hospital and I have to rest in the hospital room. And I cannot go back home. The next day, we have to wake up very early in the morning and set up, continue working again. Very fortunate that this patient survived. The kidney also recover without dialysis. So we managed to send the patient home.
As a consultant intensivist for the COVID-19 ICU, Dr. Lee had to monitor the patient's condition from all aspects. This included tasks such as putting the patient to sleep, administering medication for patients who are asleep, selecting the right ventilator to use, monitoring the patient's organs, nutrition, and antibiotic doses. Dr. Lee's duty also includes coordination for the operation of the ICU. In fact, Dr. Lee was one of the pioneers who established the COVID-19 ICU at the Sungai Buloh Hospital.
I don't know whether it's a fortunate or unfortunate event. I am the one that available in Sungai Buloh Hospital when this pandemic started back in January. Along this process, we have gone through a lot. We have gone through from setting up the ICU, preparing the protocol for intubation, procuring the equipment for ICU to set up 100 ICU beds. Also to treat the first ever patient intubated, come out with the protocol for treatment, and then now protocol for every single intubated patient and also protocol for the nurses. I am very fortunate to have a group of people that work with me together. They consist of doctors and nurses.
Since the start of the outbreak until today, the journey has not been an easy one. There were times when she had to push herself to her limits, doing all sorts of research, which included tons of reading and asking the right questions to build things from scratch. Nevertheless, the third wave of the pandemic hit, quote, like a tsunami in December, with ICU patients increasing dramatically every day. What are the challenges faced by healthcare workers in the COVID-19 ICU? Stay tuned for more on that in the next episode.